Ikhwan, Sheikh Rabi', may Allah Ta'ala preserve him. He says that the Quran gives many depictions of how the people before Islam, from the idol worshippers and Ahlul Kitab, used to treat the women. And also how the Arabs used to oppress the women. And if they had a daughter, they would view her as a piece of trash. As Allah Ta'ala mentioned, وَإِذَا بُشِّرَ أَحَدُكُمْ بِالْأُنْثَى ظَلَّ وَجْهُ مُسْوَدَةً وَهُوَ قَضِيمٌ. And if one of them was given the tidings of a daughter, their face would become dark and they would become depressed. And they would hide from their people from the evil of what they had been informed of. And they would think, should they keep their daughter and be disgraced, or should they bury her under the dirt? And the Sheikh, he said, but it wasn't only the Arabs before Islam that used to oppress the women. He said in Greece, he said they had he said their situation with the women were worse than the Arabs. He said they looked at the woman as though she was trash. He said, and the woman didn't have any rights, but rather the husband had the right to buy the women and sell them, and they would buy and sell them in the marketplace. He said in Rome, the men had absolute sovereignty over the women. He said, and the woman didn't have any rights. He said, rather the husband could judge to kill his wife for the most minute, smallest offense. He said in India, he said, إِذَا مَاتَ زَوْجَهَا فَعَلَيْهَا أَن تُحْرِقَ جَسَدَهَا عَلَى قَبْرِهِ. He said that in India, if the woman was married and her husband died, then she had to go to his grave and set herself on fire. He said, but she would be happy to do so compared to what she had just gone through being married to him. He said the Jews, they used to curse the woman and think that she was cursed because of her deception or her deceiving Adam alayhi salam. He said, and there was a group of them, and they used to sell the women, and they would not sit with them. And if she was on her menses, they would not touch any vessel that she had touched, believing it was najis. He said from the Christians, he said they used to proclaim that the woman was the door of the shaitan, and that she was she was evil. He said, and in 586, they were selling, they had a conference and they were trying to decide if the woman was a person or an animal. And if she was a person, did she have a person's soul or the soul of an animal? He said, so they decided, well, she's a person, but she was only made to only serve the man. He said, and in 1805, in England, they were selling women. They would sell the women. He said, and the equivalent of what they would sell them for was about 7 brown pennies. They would sell them for that. And this continued up until 1931. And then Sheikh Rabi', he said, and one of the people that studied in America, he told me that in America, they do wife swapping. And he's right. They do wife swapping right now in America. Wife swapping. A man will trade his wife with another man, and they'll, when they're done playing family with the new spouse, they'll send them back. Said so, the Islam came to remove the woman from being oppressed and looking like a piece of material, and to give her honor.